Alright guys, Criminal here, back to you with another MK1 tier list style video. In this one I'm gonna be making just a tier list I wanted to make for a while, just a character glow up tier list. Pretty much like a story, lore wise, which characters were treated nicely, got that animal level writing, just the massive character buffs, and who who got done disrespectfully, like which characters just got downgraded significantly in the story mode. So there are like DLC characters, all the cameos here. So pretty much anybody who doesn't really have any appearance in the story will just not be here. So Cyrax, I mean, he doesn't appear, so fuck him. He stays up there. I hate him anyway. Frost, we hear about her only in intros, but she sounds like she's pretty much the exact same. But I can't really rank her because she doesn't even appear in the story as of now. Goro, I'm gonna put him here. Just basically the way the tiers work, the top of there is like insanely bad, insanely goated. Like character writing just became much better. These ones are just much better. These ones are pretty much the same thing. These ones are downgraded but not that bad, and these ones are, as the tier says, kind of ass. So with Goro, I feel like he's not a bad character in the story, but I just feel like he's not a significant. Just he feels more like a jobber. Like he's kind of like a soldier under General Shao. It was pretty much the same thing, but it feels like more like just another full soldier. It doesn't really feel like he's a unique. Oh, I forgot to hide that. Sorry. It feels like it's just another foot soldier. It doesn't have the final boss energy he had, so I feel like it's kind of downgraded. Jax is pretty much Will Smith in Men in Black, according to what I've heard. Like from Kenshi's ending, they pretty much have a he and Jax are just a tag team, like in an organization that has the job of of what's the word? God damn it. Researching, I suppose, researching, doing spy work against Outworld. So I find it fucking hilarious. But I will say, Jax really didn't appear very much, but I don't think we can rank him in. But I'll put him say basically 'cause it doesn't sound like he really changed, and he sounds like a really cool guy. Kano, he has no appearance, so I can't really say. Like he didn't appear at all, not even mentioned at all. Characters that are mentioned, I can maybe rank. Characters that aren't at all, like in endings and shit, I can't rank. Next up we have Kung Lao. I mean, that's the cameo, so there's no reason ranking him. Like, I'll just rank the playable character when you get to him. Motaro. Motaro. I mean, Motaro's pretty much a jobber. Like, he always was pretty much the same, so I don't. It's pretty much just another soldier in Shao's army, along with Reiko with Reiko. So, I don't feel like he's really changed very much. Like, he's pretty much the same as he always was. Still kind of a powerhouse though, like the scene where he rips dude's both of his arms off and then kicks him in the face and stomps on him. I like that one. Like he still has his powers for sure. Scorpion will just rank the playable character. Shujinko, he is mentioned, but I'm gonna put like the character glow up. He's mentioned in the Kung Lao's ending. He's still an extremely busted character from what you can hear. Like he has his powers like the copy ability, but it doesn't sound like he's as much of a monster as he was. So I'm gonna put him here, like from Kung Lao's ending. Because they mention him in the ending, and like Kung Lao tries training him and shit, and it turns out he's too powerful. Like he's too powerful, and because Kung Lao didn't teach him to be humble, he starts thinking he's all that, and just Liu Kang is supposed to actually stop him. So yeah, he's a pretty big powerhouse, but he had a much bigger plot point. Like he was pretty much the main character in Deception, like with Onaga being the final boss, and he was the one who actually without his knowledge, he actually is the one who worked to free Onaga, and Onaga came back only because of him. And this is where the Damashi thing actually started. Like Damashi was the name Onaga told Shujinko it was his name. Shujinko thought he was doing something special for the Elder Gods, and at the end, he was just working for Onaga as his jobber. But regardless, he was the main character, and now he's just not. So I don't know. Maybe later he'll be, but for now, I'm gonna put him in man just because he downgraded like his importance to the story for now at least. Sonia, she's not really mentioned. Like only time we have mention of her is pretty much not direct, and it's when Johnny asks if she was hot. Like he asks Diras if he's in older timelines, like in an intro, if Sonia was hot. So I don't think we can rank her based on that. She got a really good design though. Actually, should I put designs in the glow up? Like I should. I mean, I like all of the designs here. So honestly, like I just rank those who I can't, like, just based on design. I mean, it's also something we need to keep in mind. So, Cyrax, I really like how he looks, but it's pretty much the same. It didn't really change. I will actually put him here just because he looks much better. Frost, Peak, like, from her design, hot damn, she looks good, man. She looks really good. She looks really good as a human. I didn't really like all the cyber robot nonsense. Kano, he looks pretty much the same as he was in MK11. Let's be real. Like the younger version, he looks pretty much the same. Kung Lao cameo looks really good, but he's not the same actually. I do like his look more than he was in MK11 and MKX for sure. He looks really cool. Scorpion, as a cameo, was pretty much the same as he was in the classics. I don't really see much of a difference. Sony, I'm gonna put her here. Like, she looks really good, man. She looks much younger as well. She looks better. Sub Zero, again, just like Scorpion, is pretty much the exact same classic skin. Ashra, I'm gonna put her here. As much as I hate the character gameplay wise, her design and her story, her lore behind her are really, really good. Like the fact that she became in her ending like a Shaolin monk and she actually chooses to give up all of her peace, the peace she earned in their home, just to go and try and help Sarina. And she does it. I mean, maybe Sarina won't be such a bitch in the next game to fight against. Maybe she'll be pure of heart, but considering how Ashra is, she's gonna be even more annoying. Next up, we have Baraka. I mean, shall I make him a separate tier? I'm going to. I mean, he deserves it for sure. Baraka has got the most glow ups in the game. Like, design is amazing. He deserves another time a Baraka tier just for himself, just to sit there as a king. He is insane, man. He's just incredible. Honestly, the lore behind them, Tarkat in general, I like it much more than I like the Tarkatans as a race. Just Tarkat just being a disease and Baraka being the only one who has the willpower and the mental strength to just keep hold of his own, like not become a monster and actually lead his people and help them survive. His design is really cool as well. So yeah, I just love him in every way, man. If he wasn't such a piece of shit in the gameplay department, like if he wasn't so fucking busted, maybe I would just main him. But I don't really find him that fun to play. Honestly, it's just ridiculously unfair. So that's how it feels. Johnny, I'm gonna put him here, man. I love him much more than I ever did, honestly. Johnny still has pretty much the best of all of the worlds he had. Like he has the maturity of MK11 Johnny when he needs to. His design is really cool as well, and the Van Damme skin is chef's kiss. It's like I don't really like. It has some points I really don't. Sometimes it doesn't look like Van Damme in certain angles, but just in certain others it looks like they just got Van Damme to fight in the middle of the game. Just they took a picture of him with a camera of an iPhone. It looks great. Van Damme skin of course has the bakery, which is a trademark. Like just Johnny always had the Giat just because it's based on Van Damme and Van Damme because it's just so fucking massive. Like it's just Van Damme always was like shredded. He was always really muscular, so of course, you know. Regardless, he has a very good design. He has a very good design. I love his bromance with Kenshi, man. It's fucking fantastic. The bromance with Kenshi. When he gives Kenshi Sento, I low-key almost cried, man. I was on the brink of tears. I love how he can be just the dumbass he is. Like, in the scene in the story where they go to Melina, like they think Shang Tsung is trying to infect Melina with Tarkat. It's just somebody says, I don't remember who it was. Like, who was it? Kung Lao or Raiden? I don't remember really. It says to Tanya, stop right. Somebody says, stop right there to Tanya. And Johnny continues to say, you bitch. And I started laughing my ass off. He has so many funny moments and he can be really serious when he needs to. So, yeah, W character for sure. He's the best he's ever been. General Shao, I mean, I have to put him in downgrade. I don't think he's a bad character. I actually really like how he's a patriotic in this one. Still an asshole, but at least he thinks he's doing the right thing for Outworld in this one. But I mean, I can't really say kinda Ascon. I like his character, but he did downgrade because he was the Khan, he was the Emperor of Outworld, and now he's a general, an esteemed fighter for sure, like a general, or at least he was a general before he betrayed Outworld, but he's a general, so he's definitely a good one. But I'll be honest, like his design, my favorite design of Shao Kahn was the MK9 one. Like I just love how he looked more like a human. This one he just looks like a monster, honestly. More like a monster. I like it because he has inhumane strength, so it makes kind of sense. But I was really hoping they tie him in with Onaga, like being his ancestor or something. But it turns out he just looks like a dragon, but his ancestor is actually the one who fought Onaga and actually chained them in a mountain, in Outworld. So yeah, in Reiko's ending, they say like Reiko says how General Shao's great ancestor fought Onaga and managed to chain him in a mountain. and he goes to free Onaga and tame him or something. So yeah, good news for everybody who hates Reiko in gameplay. He's not gonna be in the next game because even he says I'm gonna fucking die. So yeah, but I actually really like Reiko as a character, to be honest. Giras, he's going into Barakat here, honestly, man. Giras, I was really hoping he'll come back, and they overdid my expectations for sure, man. They cooked with Giras, man. He is just such a good character. He's pretty much like a brother to Liu Kang. He's his best friend. He's so fucking loyal. He's the successor to the Hourglass, which is just an amazing plot point for me. Like, Liu Kang lost his immortality, regaining his powers, like he says it in his ending, and Giras is going to be the one to succeed and just watch over the new era. Like, I always thought Giras had a lot of potential after MK11, just because where would he go? Like, he's eternal, he can't really die, so I hoped they would make some sort of use with him, and they did. Like, he's just a fantastic character. So yeah, I really like Giras. I love him. I feel like he deserves Barakatir. Just some of the interactions he has with Liu Kang are just heartwarming, and some of the intros are just amazing with him as well. Just how much of a good guy he is in this one. I really like it. And he's of course a powerhouse because it's Giras. Like his powers are pretty much after Liu Kang is maybe the strongest in the entire universe. So yeah, Havoc. I'm gonna put him actually in here. I really liked his story in Deception more. Granted, his design is fantastic. His design, hot damn, is good. Havoc's design, I really like the way he looks, but I don't really like how they. I'm pretty sure Chaos Realm and Order Realm now don't exist. Like, just in the new era, like the realms don't exist in general. Because they mention Otaro and shit, but Saido is just one big city. Havoc actually destroys it completely in his ending, which is hilarious. But Havoc, I don't really like how he's just not from opposing realms to Otaru, like Chaos Realm and Order Realm. He was like from Chaos Realm, so he wanted everybody to be chaotic, and Otaru was from Order Realm, so he hated Havoc for being an agent of chaos. But now it just makes kind of no sense. Just the dude just wants to destroy his own city. Pretty much what he does in the ending as well. Just rain summons a fucking tsunami, and all of Saido is destroyed. So I really like his ending though. Honestly, I really like it. But I don't really like how he's much less of a complex character. Like in 3D MK era, like he was just, I just really liked them all, honestly. Just because of the Chaos Realm and Order Realm shenanigans, like how the realms are dualities of each other. I liked it. Kenshi, I'm gonna put him here. Kenshi was amazing, man. Kenshi, I love how he's fighting to like redeem his clan and shit like that. I always love redemption stories. It's fun. I love him. Again, his bromance with Johnny is just unbelievable, man. They are best friends. It's amazing to see it. Again, when Johnny gives him Sento, oh my god, I was nearly crying. I'm not gonna lie. It was just really emotional. Amazing scene, really amazing. And Kenshi in general, I really like his design. If you don't know, he's actually designed behind a martial artist named Noah. He's the one who did motion capturing for Kenshi and a lot of other characters in the game. Like, so feel free to just write Noah Kenshi MK1 and you'll find this channel. Just very good martial artist. He has multiple black belts and just is Kenshi's pretty much looking exactly like him. That was the point. Like they just wanted to give Noah some respect for all of the motion capturing, so Kenshi looks exactly like him. So that's really cool. Um, I don't know, man. I just really like him more, to be honest. He always was really good friends with Johnny, but I love him more in this one. I don't know what else to say. Kitana. Do I say she's the same? Actually, as a character, where did I like her more? In 11, first of all, design-wise, she's better. I love her design much more. I really do. I love her design much more. And what else? I mean, I love her loyalty to Melina, honestly. Just how there's no backstabbing going around. She's just very protective of her sister and just wants the best for her, which is kind of cute. I mean, just a wholesome moment. I mean, Kitana's family needed that. Her family is the most fucked up family in the entire universe, like in MK11. So I really like how she has a much more functional family in this one. Um, what else can we say though? I mean, she was the Khan of Outworld in MK11, so it's kind of a downgrade. But I like Titan Kitana, man. Titan Kitana in her scene with Liu Kang. I was waiting for that bitch for 10 years, honestly. Since MK9, I was waiting for a kiss scene between these two because they deserve it, man. Liu Kang died so many times, he's going through so much shit, and he's still gonna get to smash, man. Do me a favor, the dude deserves it, and he actually got a kissing scene with Kitana in the story, so I loved it. So yeah, Titan Kitana, she's peak, man. She is peak as well for sure. I love Titan Kitana. So Yeah, I give her props for that. They really wrote her well, I think. She's a very good character. I just don't know where to put her, honestly, because she has a higher status in MK11. But as a character, I will say I like her more in MK1. Kung Lao, I do think is better. Mainly because of his ending, actually. Just after failing to train Shujinko, Kung Lao actually admits his mistakes. Like he didn't teach Shujinko to be humble because Kung Lao is not humble. But in the afterwards, after Liu Kang settled all the shit and they begin Shujinko's training again, like he says he'll be humble this time and team up with Raiden to actually teach him. So Raiden teaches him humility, and Kung Lao will teach him how to be an asshole, I suppose. Yeah, I really do like Kung Lao. He's pretty much the same character, honestly. Like the very, very arrogant guy, I suppose. But I really do like how he's more down to earth in this one. Like in MK11, it was getting kind of annoying, honestly. Like he was just so full of himself. It's really annoying. It was as if he was the keeper of time, man. He was more full of himself than Liu Kang is. Like and Liu Kang was the chosen one, and he is just I don't know. He has a very good ancestor, but he did nothing with it in the older timelines. But now I really do like him more. So yeah, Lee May peak for sure, man. In MK in the 3D MK era, actually, if you don't know, like the story behind this character was pretty much he was the sole survivor of a clan that went extinct, but they don't really do anything with that, and they don't really say anything else other than that. So I really like her character more in this one. Just how she is like the first constable and just the one protecting Sundo. I mean, just really cool, honestly. I just love to see her as the police officer. Nice change of pace. I mean, her character actually has much more depth to her than this one. Like in the 3D era, I felt like she just had nothing. So yeah, Liu Kang. I mean, can we put him anywhere else? Actually, do I need to make a separate tier again? Yeah, I do for sure, man. He deserves one for himself. Liu Kang is the best written character in the new one, in the new game. Liu Kang is fantastic. Honestly, man, after the events of MK1, I will say I do believe this character like elevated to protagonist levels of like character like Kratos from God of War. Honestly, like levels of this caliber. Kratos from God of War, like Batman from the Arkham series, shit like that. Like really legendary protagonist, man. The way they dealt with his character is just fantastic. There's just no other way around it. Like Giras and Baraka, I really love them, but I don't think they're on par with Liu Kang. Really, man. The fact that he was willing to just sacrifice everything he had, like, he's pretty much an omnipotent god in this one with his full powers. So you could just make him in timeline where he and Kitana just rule it together, and he finally gets to be with Kitana, but instead he chose to give all of his friends and everybody else like good life. I just find the guy very, very admirable, honestly. Like, he's just a very, very admirable guy. That's how he always was as a protagonist, and just he sacrificed so much, and he continues to do it. Like the scene with Kitana where she just says, why does fate always conspire against us? And he just frowns like in sadness. Just makes you understand how much he sacrifices just for the sake of others. So I really like him, man. Just I love how they made the Shaolin monk just the most pure-hearted character, and I love how he doesn't really fuck around, man. In this new era, man, if you're fucking around with peace, Liu Kang is coming for you, and he's coming for that ass, man. Liu Kang, when Giras informs him, like in the story mode of Shang Tsung, regaining his powers, like becoming again a menace, like a villain. Liu Kang just says, "Go on," like with a menacing look on him, and now he just kills Shang Tsung. He doesn't really take risks this time. So yeah, I really like him, man. He's doing a very good job as the protector of Earthrealm, and just I love how they went around making him like the god of the universe. Just like the moment where he tells Sindel of the past timelines, Sindel, Melina, Kitana, all the gang that was there, I really liked it. Honestly, I really did. Melina, she's going here. Actually, she's going here. I do feel like her glow up is one of the bigger ones. First of all, design, I love her much more. Oh, I forgot to mention it. Lime, I love her design as well. Kung Lao, kind of the same, honestly. I don't really feel it changed much. Liu Kang's design is fucking peak, man. The tattoos glowing, like one with yellow and one with blue. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, he also has that Giga Chad jawline, man. Liu Kang's jawline, holy shit, man. He just all of the buff they gave him is just for the jawline. It's crazy. So yeah, I really like him. I do like him. Uh, Melina. Melina is. I really do like him, and I never really cared for Melina. I know many of the people who, like her. Just I'm pretty sure all of them is because they're Sims, but I mean Melina is just a really good character in this one. Like I love how she's supposed to deal with Tarkat, and actually in her ending she chooses to reveal Tarkat to all of Outworld just to to make people actually appreciate her as the Empress, and she just chooses not to hide anything from anybody. Like, I love how they went for the take of making her actually the Empress in this one. Just, she was always just, I really didn't feel attached or just cared for this character in the slightest. Like, if she died, she died. I didn't give a shit. Like, in MKX, when she died, when Davora killed her, like, well, shit, it was horrifying. I was disgusted, almost threw up, but I mean, I didn't really give a shit about Melina dying because I didn't care about the character. I love her design much more in this one as well. Like, at least when she's a human, like when she's Tarkatan, there's not much of a difference, but she's still really good. The design is fantastic. Her character writing is great. I loved her, honestly. I really did love her. Raiden, I'm gonna put him here. I don't think he's a bad character. I just think he downgraded because he was like the almighty god in next last game, and now in this one, he's Earthrealm's champion, and then boom, you don't hear of him anymore. Like you finish the tournament, you win with Raiden because he's busted. Even in the story, you could see how broken the character is. It's actually hilarious. But fitting for Earthrealm's champion is the best character in the entire game when we're talking gameplay wise. But design wise, I really do that. I like his design a lot. I really do. But just because he had much more significance, like in MK11. In this one, his significance really toned down a little bit. He's not as significant as he was. But yeah, I still really do like the character. I don't think he downgraded to a point where he's being like a shit character. I don't think he is. Rain. Hate me or not, I love him much more now, man. I felt like we had too much ninjas, believe it or not. Honestly, I just felt like we had too much ninjas. Like there were so many fucking ninjas in MK9 and MKX. I love how they went for the take of making him a mage. I think he's drippy as fuck. Like his design is amazing. I love it. He's a powerhouse actually. He managed to just create a massive tsunami and just destroy an entire fucking realm in one attack. Just he is a monster when it comes to power in this one. Like I don't think there are many characters actually in the roster who can even compete with the guy. Like Rain is actually insanely powerful considering the extent of his abilities just from Havoc's ending. And all character endings are canon. So we can say in fact that Rain is really really strong in this one. I love how he looks up for his mother actually, that's just because he has many intros like we're saying his mother shouldn't get punished for his crimes and shit like that. And I love how he seeks redemption at the end because Rain always was like seeking greatness and shit like that just because he was a god. And this one is just an ambitious guy, just like Sub-Zero is, but at the very least, you know his heart is in the right place. Like he's not a piece of shit. Like his ending is pretty much he just feels remorse and regret for what he did, like destroying an entire city to help Havoc, just to help himself, pretty much. I don't really like it. I don't really like. I really like it. I like how we seek redemption for that. Like he's not just a piece of shit who enjoys killing others. And I do like that, man. Call that cliche, but I do like that. Rain is not a character, in my opinion, that should be like just unnecessary evil. When Havoc's doing that, yeah, it works because Havoc doesn't think he's evil. Havoc is the kind of evil who doesn't even understand he's evil just because he wants people to be free, anarchy, shit like that. But Rain, it just doesn't fit the character, honestly, and I really do like how he's much more of a kind-hearted guy in this one. I just hope we see more of him in MK2. Just don't say Melina execute a train and move on. Like, yeah, Reptile, you know where he's going. I mean here, like, Reptile speak, man. Reptile really speak. Actually, Ashra deserves to go up here, man. I hate her as much as I hate her. I love the fact that these two are a couple, actually. So fucking out there. I mean, it makes zero fucking sense. I heard comments like people saying on YouTube just thinking, how the fuck is their child gonna be half demon, half reptile, half human, half magic, shit like that. But I really like Reptile as a character. He was always just a jobber. He really didn't have much of a much of a story behind him, but in this one, he's actually much more of a complex character. I love how they gave him his own chapter in the story. Just helps me to get attached to the character much more. And I love how he actually has a relationship. Like this just makes the character appear more human. So yeah, I really do like Reptile, man. I really do like him. They did a very good job with him. Scorpion. I love Hanzo Asashi much more. I can't just lie here. Like Hanzo was just amazing. Hanzo is the only Scorpion for me. You can't really go wrong. Like the Vengeful Spirit Hanzo, just that's the only Scorpion in my book. But Kuai Liang is a damn good one, honestly. I really don't. He's a powerhouse. I don't dislike him in any way, but I really miss Hanzo, honestly. Like he has actually in the ending is mentioned he's just a student of Kuai Liang. Like he's gonna be a member of the Shirai Ryu, like learn from Scorpion himself, but Scorpion smoke and actually Scorpion actually stole Hanzo's abilities, he stole his look and he stole his wife. Harumi is Kuai Liang's wife in this one. So Hanzo lost everybody he had. It's actually a cutscene in Invasions, I'm pretty sure, like where Hanzo somehow ends up in the new era and he sees how Arumi is just ending up with Kuai Liang and he's trying to kill everybody. So yeah, I really do feel like Hanzo is a much better Scorpion, but Kuai Liang is still a pretty good one. So I can't put him in kinda ass. He's actually pretty good. Shang Tsung, I love him in this one. I really do love him. I love the smug energy he has with him, but he's not as good as he was, man. Actually, he might be the only one I'm putting here in the downgrade department, but no, I can't, man. There are pretty much no bad characters here. I can't really think of one. Shang Tsung, his design is first of all very good. Like his design is fantastic. I like his design, but Shang is just not as significant as he was, man. I mean, Titan Shang is a different story, but I really do love MK11 Shang much more. And one of the main reasons is just the voice actor. Like, it's a different voice actor. I'll say the new one is doing a damn good job of actually imitating the voice of the MK11 Shang Tsung voice actor, but he has that voice and that arrogance in his voice you just can't replace, man. That voice actor, he was in the movie in 1995 and in MK11, and just every time he says a line, you feel like he's having the time of his life. You just enjoy hearing him, honestly. You really do. So as much as I love his new voice actor, I don't think he compares. He doesn't really compare. The old voice actor is just goated. I feel like he might be just the best voice actor in all of MK history, like in general in all characters. He's just amazing. I really love him. But yeah, Shang is just not as significant in this one. Like at the very least, the regular Shang, Titan Shang, if we're talking, is pretty much the same character, but just the voice actor tunes it down a little bit because the older Shang voice actor doesn't really fit for Titan Shang. So yeah, Sindel. I mean, we're comparing this to MK11. I mean, MK11 was down here. She was in the trenches. MK11 was stupid. All of the whole idea behind Sindel's character was just how she was just corrupted by Shao Kahn and forced to be his wife and shit like that. But they just threw all of it out of the window, just saying, yeah, pretty much she belongs to the streets. That was the plot behind Sindel actually loving Shao Kahn. So I really like how in this one she's actually a good mother. She looks up for her children. She didn't. She's not the one who killed Gerard. She loved Gerard. They had a healthy relationship. She's a pretty good empress, other than the fact she did her Tarkatans dirty. But I mean, she's pretty much back to her whole self. I really love her. I love her more in her new design actually much more than MK11. I've seen many people saying MK11 one is better. I don't agree. I really like the new design, man. I like how Kitana, and Melina actually look related in this one, just to show they're actually a family. Like in MK11, you can tell me Kitana and Sindel were related. Nobody would believe you if you actually said it to someone who never played MK Mortal Kombat. Just I love how they look more related in this one. She looks very good. Like her, Kitana, Melina, all three of them look fantastic. So yeah, I really do like her character in this one. She is pretty much back to her old self, and I always liked her character. So yeah, she's great. Smoke. I mean, you know where it's going. Actually, do I put him? I really liked his old version in MK9 in general, but do I put him here, man? Smoke in MK1 is fantastic, dude. Smoke is amazing. You hear the intros, the guy is the most. It's pretty much the only normal guy left in the entire fucking universe. Everybody is a fucking psychopath, and only Smoke is a normal dude who just wants to live his life. Like Johnny offers him a role in a movie, everybody just says to Johnny, "Fuck off," and meanwhile Smoke just says, "That would be amazing, Johnny." Like Smoke just has that kid energy with him. Like Johnny says his best. He says it's one of the intros. Like you have the wholesome sidekick stick going down great, like something like that. So yeah, I really do like Smoke in this one, and Smoke is fantastic. Smoke's character is just amazing. I really like how wholesome he feels. I love how Kuai Liang and him are pretty much brothers. Like they are not blood brothers, but just in old times, Kuai Liang, like Sub-Zero Kuai Liang and Smoke were just really, really good friends. And in this one, they are even more than just good friends. Like they are brothers, pretty much. So yeah, I really like Smoke, man. I love Smoke, love him. Sub-Zero. This is Bihan we're talking about, so I'm just gonna put him in the same, basically. I mean, let's be real. Bihan always was an asshole. Like, Bihan was never a good guy or anything like that. Bihan was just an asshole at all times. But in this one, I do like how I don't think he's very evil necessarily. I just think he's fucking ambitious. Like, he wants power. He wants to be more significant. He doesn't like being Liu Kang's lapdog, you could say. He doesn't like just being under Liu Kang. So, I don't know. He doesn't have any noble intentions or shit like that. But I feel like he's evil who does it great. I've seen much slander for his voice actor, but I love how needlessly dramatic he is, man. Like, it's just amazing. Every line he says sounds like he was smoking 10 packets of cigarettes a day. Like, it's crazy how deep his voice is. Like, just how Aaron Black said in MK11, I remember something about nails on a chalkboard. Just that's the only intro I remember from 11. Just because it was so funny. Like, in this one, he still has the same voice. Like, he has the menacing voice. He's really an asshole, but he always was an asshole, so I don't think much has changed. Like, it's pretty much the same as he was. He always just was a power hungry guy. He didn't really change. So, yeah. Tanya. I mean, I don't know if she was lesbians with Melina in the prior timeline, but I mean, her design is actually kind of bad, man. Just for the design, I might put her here, honestly. Like, I don't like her design at all. There's no way I can explain why without sounding racist, but I mean, she's just her design is not good, man. Like you'd expect Tanya to just look better. She just looks way too old, honestly. Like that's the best way I can go about it, without sounding racist again. Like the actual reasoning is much more simple, but I don't want to sound racist. So hell no, you're not catching me. You're not canceling me. So no racism allowed here. So with Tanya, just I feel like she looks too old, honestly. Like she looks much older than Sindel, so it just makes fucking like she's a pedo to Melina. Like 100,000-year-old woman going out with a 10,000-year-old one. Pretty much how it feels at this point. Melina looks like a toddler compared to her, so yeah, I don't really like it. Just her face doesn't really match up with just how the fact that the demons are supposed to be immortal and shit like that, so she's supposed to look younger. Like guys, with design aside, I don't feel like she changed much as a character. Like she was a backstabbing bitch in MKX, which I actually kind of liked. Like just she had something going for her character, but in this one she's just Melina's girlfriend. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm just gonna put her here. Like she doesn't have complexity of any sort, but she's not a bad character. She's just nothing special. In MKX at least she had a backstabbing bitch shtick going. So yeah, Darius. I mean, let's be real here. Where am I putting the guy? Is the only character who actually appears in the story without saying a single line. He has no lines whatsoever. Even Megan Fox shitty voice acting has lines. Darius has none. The only voicing he actually has is just the grunts he does in his fatal blow and in his cameo moves in the game and like in his fatality. That's it. He says he doesn't say even one word. Just nothing. Dude can't speak. So how can I rank him? I'm just gonna put him insane. Basically, I love his design, so I'm gonna put him here just for the design because we can't really judge him character wise. They said nothing. Actually, man, no. The shades. He's going up here. The shades are amazing, man. Even Johnny, when you have him as an announcer, actually mentions the shade. Like he says, "Where can I get shades like that?" Because the shades are mad drippy, man. His design is fantastic, just because of the shades. So, yeah, shades put him in like in Liu Kang tier. Actually, let me just change it for a second. Like Liu Kang, what's the that nonsense? Liu Kang shades. So yeah, Liu Kang is there because it's Liu Kang. Darius is there because of his shades. Moving on. Sarina. I mean, I really do hope she ends up with Bihan in this one. Like, I really loved how Bihan went through the demon, just show us how much of a wild guy he is. Like, because Bihan was wild and going out with Netherrealm demon, but I mean, Reptile did it, so why the hell couldn't he? But regardless, Sarina, I don't think she even appears in the story. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like she only appears like in a. Oh no, she does appear. She does appear. She hasn't appeared like as a Quan Chi's jobber. But I mean, she never really had much significance in the story. Let's be real. So I'm just gonna put her insane. Next to Sub Zero. Look at that. That's that's some shit. That's some divine presence in this one. That's God given. I didn't even plan for that, but I mean, why not? Like, I hope these two actually end up together, just to add more complexity to both the characters. And Sub Zero really needs a woman in his life right now because honestly, man, just Sub Zero's redemption could just be him finding love or some cliche shit like that. Because right now the dude is just an asshole. He needs somebody. I mean, if he found another asshole in Sarina, I mean, maybe it could make him better. But it doesn't really sound likely because pretty much Sarina is now a Shaolin monk because Ashra saved her, like from the Netherrealm. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. Sector, the only thing we hear about him, like in Sub Zero's ending, in Bihan's ending, like that he's just a brilliant scientist. But I mean, where can I rank him? I'm just gonna put him same basically. Like he came up with the Cyberlink way idea, so him and Cyrax are actually gonna appear in the next game most likely. Just when Scorpion and Sub-Zero actually fight, because the Shirai Ryu of Scorpion is gonna fight the Lin Kuei led by Bihan. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same. I don't think there's much of a difference. Just for design, I'm gonna put them here because I love how M and Cyrex both look much better, honestly. Like something with the rendering, maybe the colors, but I just like how they look more. Striker. It doesn't even appear in the story, man, but design is goated. I love his design so much. I just love his design. I love Striker in general, but did it change? I mean, just cameos, I pretty much only rank them by design. There's no other way to rank them. Like, at least those don't appear in the story. So I'm just gonna put him. Actually, I liked his MK9 design even more. I'm gonna put him here. I don't feel there's much of a difference. Nitara, her design is amazing. They made her hot as fuck, but they gave her the worst voice actress I've ever seen in my entire life. Honestly, man, you hear the AI voice for Megan Fox and it sounds better than Megan Fox herself. So I don't understand how the fuck did that work. Like, I don't think her voice is actually a bad fit for Nitara. I feel like Megan Fox's voice could actually work, but they just no direction. Like, they gave her no idea how to actually read the lines, or she just didn't give two fucks. And because she's a celebrity, they didn't give him butter, like doing more takes and shit like that. But she just sounds like an AI and not a very good one. So for that, she's going to much better. Without that, like design wise, she speaks, she's Barakatir. Design wise, she's fantastic, man. I love her new design a lot. Like her new design is amazing. I mean, Veterinals, I don't know, like all the Veterinals shenanigans with their people be starving and shit like that, and her wanting to breed Kung Lao, which is actually a plot point. Believe it or not, it's actually a thing. Like in her ending, she just wants to find people to breed. So, yeah, Kung Lao says of course, because you know Kung Lao is down bad. But this just makes you want to put him here. Actually, Kung Lao goes for into here just before that, man. The dude will die to smash a vampire. I mean, how can you hate him? So yeah, Kung Lao going into peak tier. Reiko, I mean, as much as I hate him gameplay, I was just like with Asha, I can't deny I really like his character. I mean, he doesn't really have much going, but I love how he's just very loyal to Sha. Another Reiko, whatever, go there as well. I mean, let's just put them, both of them, like one for design, one for character. Like this one, let's say, is for design. I'll put him here. I really like his design much more than I liked him earlier, but his design is fantastic in this one, and as a character, he's really, really good, man. I love how he's very, very loyal to Shao. Just he shows gratitude to Shao for saving him from death. So I love that, and he's pretty much dying for Shao in his own ending. So dying like fighting Onaga, trying to tame him. I don't know how the fuck will that work, but it sounds like he succeeded. So props to Reiko for actually pulling that off, because Onaga is a massive threat. Like I don't think Onaga is something to be taken lightly. Man, actually, in one of the intros, like Liu Kang and Geras, they have an intro saying there's a Titan Onaga. Imagine that. No bigger powerhouse, man. I think it would break Liu Kang in half, like Titan Liu Kang. I don't even think Titan Liu Kang could hang up with that thing. Titan Onaga sounds like a monster. So yeah, moving on. Ermac, pretty much King Gerald. Let's be real, King Gerald, go there. I love King Gerald in this one, honestly, man. He dies like always, like he's always dead. He's never alive, but in the very least, in this one, he actually has some sort of a presentation. Like he's the one in charge of Ermac. Actually, like in Sindel's ending, her and Gerald are like fighting inside of Ermac for controlling him. Like it's a fight with the other souls for who's taking the wheel for controlling Ermac. So I really like that. I love how he actually has a good relationship with Sindel in this one, man. I felt like it was lacking. I love how he actually looks like a good father for his daughters. I mean, we never really saw Gerald, so I'll take anything I can get. We were fighting for scraps, let's be real. In every single game, it was just the prince's father was murdered. The prince's father was murdered. In this one, it was under her watch that the prince's father was poisoned. I mean, every single time it's the same shit. Gerald, my man Gerald is just fucking dead, but at the very least we saw him, so that's enough to put him here. Like, I mean, when you had no character, it's very easy to just put you very high. Like he just had no character, and I like his new one. So yeah, Homelander. I'm just gonna rank them on design. I mean, just from the character trailer, I suppose. Design from the trailer. That's the best thing I can do. Like Homelander. I mean, let's just put him like. I mean, we're just gonna put him in meh, in kinda ass or in peak, based on the design, just to make it more fair. So Omni-Man, we already seen him. Omni-Man is peak. Omni-Man looks fucking amazing, man. He's rocking that Hitler stash like he owns it. I mean, he just looks really, really good, man. He looks really, really good. I love his design. I really do. Omni-Man looks crazy good. Crazy good. Homelander. Homelander from the trailer, I feel like he looks exactly like exactly like his actor, but that's just the same for Omni-Man. And Omni-Man actually has his show voice actor as well, so that's another massive plus. If Homelander is actually voiced by pretty much the face they have for him in the game, he's also gonna go up here. Peacemaker looks exactly like John Cena, you know where that's going. Shades. I mean, you can't really see his design though, but let's just put can see. So yeah, I mean, Quan Chi, scrawny as shit. He's skinny as fuck in this one. He was actually kind of jacked, at least in the prior ones, but in this one, it doesn't really look as menacing. For some reason, it's just there's the part in the story where they just steal his soul. Like he gets his soul sucked out by one of the souls of Ermac or some shit like that, and it just turns from black to white. He just lost his Emerald Pass or something like that. Like they just Michael Jackson them. That's pretty much the best way to describe it. But I mean, I don't really know what the fuck did that do? Like maybe he lost a part of his soul or something, but I don't really know. They really didn't do much with that, but it's pretty much it's pretty much the same. I mean, it was much more of a powerhouse in the older ones, so I'm just gonna put him here. Takeda, we didn't see him, but design-wise, he's up here. His design is amazing. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this on up here. This is just my tier list of the glow ups in the game. Like who I really liked. Just this is just again a character design tier list, like how they look, and character for those I can, those who appear in the story mode or those who are mentioned in some way, like judging them lore wise. So yeah. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know who you like most in the new era. My favorite has to go to Liu Kang, man. He is just fantastic. One of my favorite protagonists in gaming in general, man. He just elevated to god status in this one. Titan status, you could say. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video.